Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone, my name is Robin J. Emden and I help people crush procrastination and build productive momentum. I'm the author of the Get Resultsology book and an accountability coach. I help self-starters with no boss and too many distractions focus better, finish what they start, and finally stop spinning their wheels so they can build a purpose-driven business and life that reflects their authentic vision. When your productivity powers up, profits will grow, and so will your freedom. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. If that sounds like the kind of breakthrough you've been waiting for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome Beate Chelette. Beate is the growth architect and founder of the Women's Code. She helps leaders and visionaries scale their impact and maximize profits through proven strategies and process blueprints. A first-generation immigrant, Beate overcame $135,000 of debt as a single parent and went on to build a global photography business, which she later sold to Bill Gates. Named a top 100 global thought leader, she's also the best-selling author of Happy Woman, Happy World. Beate, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you so much for having me, Robin. I'm excited to be here.
Me too. I'm excited you're here. I'm really looking forward to this. So, whereabouts in the world are you?
I'm sitting in beautiful Los Angeles and right now in Santa Monica. I used to live in the Pacific Palisades, but on January 7th, the fire burned my office and my house. And so now we are rushing, not procrastinating, to rebuilding everything again.
Oh gosh, how awful. Wow. Okay. Feels almost a little bit trivial now to suggest that we move on to the questions, but especially that I do feel
Oh, we
for
have
you.
to. Life goes on, Robin.
Life does go on. Nevertheless, I do wish you all the best with all of your rebuilding there. But let's do the questions. I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Beate, could you please tell me who is your ideal client?
My ideal clients are founders of the future. Those are entrepreneurs, business owners that are moving forward with a conscious business model that is designed to fit their lifestyle, their balance, what they want to have now, not at some time in the future.
Okay, I like that. Founders of the future. That's a lovely term. All right. So what is the problem or problems that you solve for these founders of the future?
Most founders of the future have an idea, and they may have taken classes and internet courses and speaking, learning how to speak and hacking the funnel and, traffic and lead generation, and they don't have a business model. And unless you have a business model, everything else is just a tactic. A tactic itself is not a business model and it cannot work. So help them to design the business model and then figure out which tactics will achieve the desired result.
Excellent. That sounds really good and very interesting indeed. So what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to move towards solving that problem or problems?
Yeah, so one of the things that I do is I have designed the 5-star success blueprint. It is also called the $40 million blueprint because it's achieving extraordinary results. There's 5 things you need to go through when you're building a business model. Number 1, what is your idea? Is your idea clearly fleshed out? Do we know what it is, who it is for, what problem it solves, and why you're doing it? The second is the offer. Is the offer clear? Is the offer solving the problem you've uncovered in the first star of the 5-star success blueprint? Only then are you allowed to build systems and processes because then you know what the offer needs to deliver to that particular client to solve the problem. Then you're building your team because you automate before you hire. So you build your team to manage the systems that manage the offer that solves the problem for the client. And then finally, that leaves you, the leader, and then you know who you need to become to lead that team that operates those systems that manages the offer that solves the problem for your client.
That's brilliant. I love that. Thank you so much. Wow, you packed so much into what is basically a simple question,
A minute
but
and
that
30
was
seconds.
yeah, that was a fabulous answer. Thank you so much. I love that. And it's worth, if anybody's, the people listening to this or watching this, that's definitely worth rewinding and taking notes on that. Definitely. So now we have a better understanding of what you do, Beate. Let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve your business goals. So, could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits over and above what you've already shared, please?
Yeah, I think one of the things I've learned, Robin, is that your mental state is just as important as the actual productivity itself. So manage your mindset. Don't believe everything you think, and make sure that your vibrational energy that creates the resonance to bring things into your life is at a very high level, at the level that you want to operate at. Because if we are not resonating on this level, then we have a lot of friction. But when we are resonating at a higher frequency and we are aligned with who we are, with what we want, we live a somewhat balanced life, we are conscious of that, then we bring more of that into our lives. So that's my number one productivity hack is to guard your mindset. And the second is do the most important thing first.
Yes. Yeah. And do it. Don't just think about it. Actually do it.
Yeah, people always say, it's like, how do you get it done? I said, you can't think about it and whether or not you want to do it. You just have to think about it and do it. Schedule it. If it's in the calendar, it must get done. And
Yes.
sometimes when your brain overloads, then you go back to the first advice I gave you, then go back and get your mindset in order, and then go back to the task.
Yes. Well, it's not just the first bit of advice you gave us. You're absolutely right. I completely agree with you. It's foundational. You
It's
have to get your
foundational. Yeah.
mindset right.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah. If
take
if
some
the head's
time to
not
do
if the
that.
head's not screwed on right, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. Crash and burn, probably. And and we absolutely don't
True.
want that to happen.
Truly.
All right. So, Beate, thank you so much. That's brilliant. But finally, one final question. What should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please.
So what you should have asked me is, so what's changing, if anything, in the marketplace right now, or how do I manage economic uncertainty? I am very amazed on that the new founders of the future really are doing business very differently. That there is a connection, a clarity on the type of life they want to build, a rejection of the matrix of the hustle, hustle, hustle to get to an uncertain point at some time in the distant future at which you somehow then drive an RV around the country and be happy. But that there is this feeling of, I want to have a life and I want to have a life now. So I feel that in entrepreneurship, what's changing right now is that the business model design of what we are capable of doing or what we really want is more aligned with balance and health and mental well-being than I've ever seen it before. So do not allow the matrix to pull you back into the hustle culture or the bro marketing, but be aware that this conscious leadership and the conscious entrepreneurship is on the rise. And if that's something that resonates with you, you're on spot, on target with that.
Yes. Well, I don't know if I'm on spot and on target, but it definitely resonates with me what you're saying there. I completely agree with you. And I do think that we live in I mean, I don't think I remember a time that's been so challenging in the world today, but there are plenty of people that are absolutely thriving and they're doing it authentically and they're doing it ethically.
But the old systems have to break. The old systems never worked for anybody. I mean, look at what it's done to us. And anxiety is an all-time level, depression and mental health is completely destroyed, and people still don't have any money. So I think that we just need to let the people that built these really horrible, crappy systems, let them burn them to the ground. But people that break stuff don't build stuff. We build stuff. Founders of the future build stuff. So that's what you need to get ready for.
Yes, founders of the future. There's that theme again that you introduced us to right at the beginning, and I
Yes.
absolutely love it. I'm going to pinch that unashamedly, make it my own, pretend I never got it from you. No, I wouldn't dream of doing that. I'd always acknowledge my source. Anyway, look at that. We've done it in exactly 7 minutes. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Beate. All right, so I do have one more question for you, which is how can people reach you, which is part A of the question. And part B is there like a valuable free resource they can get from you? And I always highlight this because I think it's very important that people have a good, strong way that they can find out more about your offer and experience it firsthand.
Yes, so we created a resource called the Revenue Barrier Roadmap, and it is a free resource that will show you sort of some of these concepts that I've just talked about today. And you can find it at leadership.foundation/revenue-home. And it's completely free. It explains some of these concepts, which I think is really important right now that we guard our mindset and we look to building the future. Because if you're focusing on what's happening right now or the stuff that's falling apart, we'll all go nuts. So I want you to be focused squarely on the future, squarely on what you're building. And the best way to reach me is, DM me on Instagram at Beate Chelette, or find me at under Growth Architect on my website, growtharchitect.biz. And if you have any questions, make sure you mention the show and let me know that you are coming, as a recommendation by Robin. And while we're at it, will you please go wherever you pick up the show and leave a 5-star review with a comment, ideally, because the algorithm picks up on the review and then the show gets ranked higher so Robin can help more people.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Founders of the future unite. I love that. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you indeed. I don't think anyone's ever said that on air before. That's really nice. Thank you, Beate. Very kind.
You're welcome.
All right. So, and thank you so much for appearing today. Truly inspirational. Your message, this and your advice was completely. I mean, you don't need me to tell you your advice was on the money, but I am telling you from my own personal experience of life, the universe, and everything everything you said absolutely resonated for me. I loved it, and I hope that our audience will understand and get the value from you too. Beate, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Raman.
You're very welcome. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.